Guys, before we begin this podcast, I want to let you know that on Friday, July 23rd at 9:45 p.m. we will be at the Irvine Improv.
Guys, I'll be at Erewhon.
Alright, sounds good. JT's going to Erewhon. But we will be at the Irvine Improv Friday, July 23rd at 9:45. Get your tickets at Irvine Improv if you're in the Orange County or just Southern California area. It's going to be me, JT, Strider, Joe, and I think one other comic. So the Four Horsemen all together. Our first like legit headline show at the Improv, so come check us out. We are also brought to you, of course, by the legends at Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pubed, for looking after our hogs, for making sure that our dogs are looking fresh and clean. Because the sun's out, bums are out, and hopefully your pubes are not out. But flip-flop season is upon us, and you're out here with those post-pandemic toenails? What? Don't worry, our friends at Manscaped have you covered. They just launched their 4th generation performance package and their Shears 2.0 nail grooming kit. What? Yep. Join the Manscaped movement by going to manscaped.com and enter code GODEEP20 for 20% off plus free shipping. We're also brought to you by the legends at Talkspace. Talkspace, what up? We like to say no big, but the truth is little things can really add up, and suppressing emotions only gets you so far. Needing help doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It means you're human. Talkspace is here for you. Match with a licensed therapist when you go to Talkspace.com and get $100 off your first month with the promo code GODEEP. That's $100 off when you use promo code GODEEP at Talkspace.com.
What's with deep? Going deep. Chatting JT.
Ooh. Hand me the screws and give me the screwdriver. Let's make love.
Nice.
What's up, Stokers of Stoke Nation? This is Chad Kroger coming in with the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. Guys, before we begin, actually, I'll do the ad. I think I probably did the ads before this.
Yeah.
I'm here with my compadre, Jean Thomas, what up?
Boom clap, Stokers.
And we're here with the matrimonial maestro, Strider Wilson, what up?
Dude, freaking what up? It's a fire title right there, dude. Fired up on that.
Dude, thank you, man.
I always get a little bit fired up seeing you come up with those on the spot, dude. For the listeners, dude, Chad always busts those out on the spot. Always fun, dude, and always flattering. So
Preach.
Fires me up, puts me in the right mood to cut it up and flush it out with my bros.
Preach.
Yeah, man.
Of course, we got Aaron on the sticks. Massive what up?
What up?
And on the mic, being a legend. Is that a Kurt Russell t-shirt?
Yeah, Snake Plissken.
Hell yeah, dude. I've been on a big Kurt Russell binge. Watched Dark Blue yesterday.
Good movie.
Good movie.
I haven't seen it.
Intense.
It's good.
Oh, wait. I haven't seen it either.
Damn.
I was thinking of Narc.
Oh, that's good
similar,
too.
though. It's a good movie.
Breakdown, all-time great movie.
Breakdown's great.
All good movies.
Yeah.
But Dark Blue.
Dark Blue's good. Yeah. Crooked Cops. L.A. That's always a good combo. LAPD, Crooked Cops. Can't go wrong.
Set around the riots, too, as like the backdrop.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Ron
Watch
Shelton,
Riots.
writer of Bull Durham and Tin Cup and Blue Chips and Great White Hype and just a bunch of bangers, dude.
Oh, that's fine. Those are
White
all
Men Can't Jump.
Oh.
One of my favorites.
Did he do Blue Chips? Or was
He
that...
didn't direct it. William Friedkin directed
Friedkin
it, but I think
directed it.
Shelton wrote it.
Okay.
Strider, what flavor fruit smash you sipping on today?
Went for a berry blast as per JT's recommendation. I gotta tell you, dank.
Yeah.
We also have something we should probably address up top, and that's, we had probably our most heated exchange in Going Deep history over a write-in from someone named Man the Dan.
Yeah.
And he was using like multi-marketing tier. Was that what it's called?
The pyramid scheme or some shit to try to seduce a woman.
He was trying to get a date with a lady, and he wanted to lead with his marketing skills and kind of ask her out under the guise of a marketing meeting, but he was really, hoping to put the moves on her. And then you were distrusting him. You called him a serial killer, right?
Yeah, I did, yeah. You can check the tapes. It's there.
But keep that energy, right? Because
it's like I felt then he was on social media. I felt a little bit bad, but I'm sticking to my guns, dude.
Because he wrote back in and he said, "Hey, I'm just a shy guy, and I just sometimes don't know how to act with women, and I'm just doing my best out here. But I'm sorry I came in too hot." And I told you about that.
Yeah, and you know what I did?
What'd you do?
Like that, dude.
Nice.
Oh, dude, he's a marketer, dude.
Yeah.
He markets, so he knows. Right now, I'm gonna play. Who's not gonna like a guy who comes in humble? Oh, dude, look, I'm a shy guy. It's my bad, dude. Like, I did that. Like, honestly, you guys, good call. But, like, the thing is, I'm still going to go do it.
Yeah.
Is he gonna still
I'm
go
not
do
buying
it?
that energy, dude. I mean, the second half, he did sound like he was going to shift over. And I know I'm being harsh, but I'm like,
You don't trust him.
I don't trust Man the Dan. I'll tell you this, dude. I wish Man the Dan the best. Not dating my daughter. Not my sister.
Oh.
You think he's playing us? You think that apology?
It's a marketer, dude.
So you think when he was like, guys, I'm sorry, I was being a guy I don't want to be, you think that was all part of the plan?
Calculated. Aware.
Do you have something
Smart.
that's marketers?
No, I don't. You know what? I forget what like I remember like who were we talking to? It was like a stand up that we heard where they're like, oh, someone works in marketing, they're the devil, go to hell.
Bill Hicks.
Yeah, probably Bill Hicks.
If you work
Suck
in
the devil's dick.
Probably when you guys were hanging out with Bill Hicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah. He was like, if you're a marketer, why don't you just put a gun in your mouth and blow your brains out?
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's like, well, if you're doing comedy, like we have to market ourselves and have a brand and all that shit. So like everyone does, but I mean, they do it for a company to pay. I don't know. I
So
guess
do you
there's
st-
ethics. If you have ethics,
Do you
it's fine.
still think Man the Dan's a serial killer?
Oh yeah, very calculated, very Christian Bale-esque. From he's the type of guy,
Right, that's psycho.
comparing business cards. Yeah,
So if we invited him on the pod, would you come?
yeah. Of course I'd show up, dude.
But would you?
Yeah.
Would you bring
Can I be-
protection?
yeah.
Would you bring? Would you bring
Yeah.
a gun?
Yeah, I would need a weapon.
Yeah.
No, I'd be fine, dude. I've been lifting weights. I've been slinging around some bells, so
You
it's
look
all right.
huge.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah, yoked.
What'd you
Thanks,
do
dude.
today?
One arm bandit, got after it. Nice little wad, dude.
What are the components of One Arm Bandit?
Start off with a nice little single arm snatch, left arms, 10 snatches with the left, straight into the most difficult movement in the workout. Overhead dumbbell lunges, holding a dumbbell directly over your head while doing a lunge, 10. Then you do that with the right hand. Then you go to your left, you do hang cleans, followed by single arm dumbbell squats with the left, and then on the right, and then you repeat that 3 times.
It's a great workout.
Beautiful. It's tough, man. It takes me 24 minutes, bro.
What'd you do at 35?
35.
Solid.
Yeah.
When you do a wad, like a hardcore wad, and you're beating,
Mm-hmm.
do you and you see your, do you shower before you see your GF, or do you sort of like come up to her, heavy breathing, get those pheromones in the air, like, and do you just sort of like just not say anything and just let it affect her?
I would say a blend. I was going to say 100% the latter, but probably 95% because I will man the Dan this. I will calculate taking my shirt off, knowing when she's going to come out, and try to time it with that final rep when I finally have a pump.
Yeah.
To do a prestige, sort of present myself like a big cat.
presentation.
Yeah.
Exactly. Really just give her that extra boom, and then hopefully be in the segment I'd like to be in would probably be the cleans.
Yeah.
It's a nice, violent, powerful movement. I can really bang out. I can probably get 10 in a row.
What do her eyes do when you present that way?
Oh, they pop. They definitely look over. She doesn't hide it. We're at a part in our relationship now. Well, she'll hide. She'll even give me a nice little fun little cat call, like I can't whistle, like a.
What do your eyes do when her eyes pop?
Very intense.
Let's see
Yeah.
it. What's the look? When you recognize that someone is interested in you sexually, and
Where's
you,
my camera? Right here.
you plan on returning the favor, how do you look at that?
Just like that.
What does that look mean to you?
It means I'm presenting with horniness, yet also a very approachable horniness. That's what I would hope this.
Do you?
That approachable horny, as opposed to creepy, which would be the opposite of approachable.
It's
horny.
tough with horniness.
It's very tough because I am horny. After you lift, don't you get a little bit horny? The juices are flowing. You're ready to go. You feel
the
masculine.
tea is flowing.
Yeah, your body. You feel virile. You've done a functional lifts. Your body's ready to function.
Yeah.
We're built to fuck, and so
Right.
you're just like, let's go. But also sometimes you
And
know.
you've just fine-tuned your fucking instrument. with
Correct.
This
Yeah.
hard-ass workout, this hard-ass endeavor.
Thank you. And guess what? Lovemaking is cardio.
Do you wear tack glasses while you're seshing?
While lifting.
No, I'm
No,
talking
no,
about when
no.
you're.
Well,
making
definitely
love,
when you
making love
lift,
to your
but yeah.
DF.
Oh, definitely when I'm boning. I am more into direct intimacy, and the tack glasses create more of a poker aesthetic where you really can't see through what I'm looking at. It makes me an
Yeah.
elite predator. And when I'm boning, I don't want to be in predator mode. I'm more in
Yeah,
lovemaking.
I could see you rocking
Caretaker
tack.
mode.
Yeah.
I could see you rocking tack glasses and just just looking straight at the wall.
Oh, dude. I mean, look. As
Maybe in
far
your
as
single days.
Yeah, single days, male fantasy. Sitting, posting up, hopefully getting a beach. And tack glasses or something like that would be very sick, but never happened in my life, never will happen in my life, but in male fantasy.
Hey,
I think
I think it could.
Thank you.
Maybe have your DF listen to this.
I think also is similar to the revealing the body with taking the shirt off. I think having the tack glasses on during foreplay, and then once you're in full coital, I think putting the glasses up a little bit on your head just to make a quick eye contact.
Yes.
And then with those sweet doughy eyes.
I think you're onto something here and I think what it would take would be environment. If we were making love in a library, we would still be quiet. We would respect those studying around us.
Mm-hmm.
Say my fiance and I are making love.
Right?
Definite stand up in
Against some
probably
books
the
in
history
the row of the
section.
books.
Yeah, encyclopedias heavy for heavy, functional.
And you guys are like looking at books behind each other, so you're both grabbing things.
She's grabbing
and then
Joan
you just
Didion
kiss,
and
and
just
then
fucking
you push her backwards gently, and then her head very lightly hits the book.
Correct.
And then you come in with a
she
soft
grabs my
kiss.
neck a little bit. You can do this. I mean, okay, for sure. Let's get in the zone.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice.
So she's holding you by the throat, and then you're undoing your pants.
Yes.
How far down do you pull your pants?
Knees.
Knees.
Yes.
Because just in case the librarian walks by, I got to be ready to go.
I think you should go to
Eminem-
the ankles.
I mean, that's a bold
No,
move,
I-
and I respect the hell out of you with that.
I think that's the move.
I like what he's saying. I think that's Eminem in 8 Mile style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great
Yeah,
scene.
just your ass
Brittany
hanging
Murphy,
out.
R.I.P.
Or
Your ass hanging out from your t-shirt.
Yeah, that's how all skateboarders bone, I imagine. Just their butts out, dude.
Dude, when I used
Sagging,
to skate,
Papa Wood.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Take your pants all the way up." I'm like, "Don't. This is my journey. All right, stay out of it."
right, you wanted to leave them on a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Who was telling you that?
Shelby.
She wanted you naked.
Yeah, she was like, "Take your pants off," and I'm like, "That's that's not my style." I'm listening to alt rock right now. I'm core right now.
Do you still have your Osiris's on too?
I had my Osiris's on. I was like, I'm looking to bust a kickflip after this.
Good call.
We have only so much daylight left. What do we have? We have like 15 minutes. I can sesh this out in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I need at least 14 minutes and 30 seconds to bust a K-flip.
And she lived in like a one-story like hacienda house. So did you ever
Yeah.
like skateboard all the way up to her bed and then just dismount?
Totally. Yeah.
That's
And then
tight.
I would acid drop out of her window.
Legit.
That's so sick. Would her dad get mad that you were like power sliding on his tiles and shit like that?
Oh, all the
Hacienda?
time.
Yeah.
All the time, yeah.
Can I?
Just one more thing with the tack glasses.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Just in order to lock in that fantasy and make it real.
Yes.
I think next time after you do like a hard set of cleans, throw on, and you see your DF looking at you,
Mhm.
throw on the tack glasses, and then if she like touches you like, "Hey, what are we gonna have for dinner tonight?" and you just arm away and you go, "Not now, babe." Then you just look out the window,
That's a great call.
and then
Being mysterious. And then she's like, well, what's going on?
yeah,
It's just I've been thinking a lot lately about what? Keeping these on. What do you mean keeping them on? Just keeping them on. You know what I mean? And just explore it from there. I'm down.
Yeah.
That's a great approach. I was going to circle back to the library. What I brought up was,
I know where you're going.
because if we're on the paintball course, I would be wearing my tack glasses, and if we make love, perhaps in the, in our like in the tailgate of the car, because you usually go and tailgate and stuff. Maybe we skip one of the speedball rounds, and do a speedball round in the back of my hatchback.
Mm.
And you used to masturbate to Enemy at the Gates, right?
Yes, fantastic movie to masturbate to.
Because the ass comes out in that.
It's one of the best sex scenes of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, they're under the constant threat of German artillery. They're surrounded by brave warriors, their brethren, their comrades.
It's dirty.
It's very dirty. He could go out the next day and get sniped by what's his face, the great actor
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris. And it's one of the best lovemaking scenes by two very attractive people.
The only thing that throws me out of it now is understanding how dirty those conditions were, and also understanding that Jude probably didn't wash his hands or his piece. I'm like, she 100% got a UTI
Guaranteed.
out of that endeavor.
Guaranteed.
You know what I mean?
Guaranteed.
She's in UTI hell right after that, and dude, it is a hell, bro.
And it's like, how do you explain to Ed Harris, who's trying to snipe you, that you just need to pee after sex? You know what I mean? It's like, I'm trying to prevent a UTI, and
He's ready for you. He's ready to put one in her.
I think
Yeah.
he would understand if he knew.
You can't kill a girl when she's going to take a pee after boning.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's just looking out for her health. You know
his,
what I mean?
his scout or whatever would have been like, "Oh, that's a UTI pee."
Yeah, it's UTI.
And
Let
then
her live.
he
Let
just
her
lifts
live.
the gun. He's like,
That was close.
But Ed Harris is a sick man in that movie. He uses young Sasha against his own people. You know what I mean?
Right.
For sure.
manipulates
Yeah.
him,
His
so-
morality is sketchy.
It's tough, dude.
but I think even so, a UTI. I mean, you got to allow UTI. I mean, I think should be written in the rules of warfare.
I agree.
Yeah. So when you used to come to that,
Mm-hmm.
Were you like then like, all right, where can I have sex like this? In libraries where you landed?
Totally, dude. Library's nice because I would love to be in like the Marines, but I'm soft. I can't camp. I can glamp, stuff like that. So those conditions, me popping wood during wartime, very difficult to do. Would be very difficult for me to do.
Nice.
But also, I've never been in it, so I don't know. Maybe I'd get more horny by that because the constant threat of death.
Well, you did have some kind of like not military training, but like policing training when you were at Nordstrom's, the loss prevention guy.
Oh yeah, Jason. Yeah, he was savage. He would just bust. He'd bust teenagers all the time, dude. He'd be like, "Look, kids come in here. What school did you go to? SM, El Nago, Guna. I've got ID cards from every one of those schools. Kids come in here and they steal, and I catch them. So y'all be on the lookout. Employees steal too. So I'm just letting you all know."
He had spiky blonde hair and he was wearing
Wow.
puka shells.
Yeah.
And he'd be like,
For
all right,
real?
people. Yeah, because I worked there a little bit too. He'd be like, all right, everybody. I'm here to tell you how we keep things from getting taken from this store, which is very important. Might be the most important job here. You might not know who steals from this store. Who do you think steals from this store? I was like, I don't know, like boys. He was like, wrong. Teen girls. They steal the most. He really said
He
that.
said that.
He's like, teen girls, brass plum, grabbing everything they can. What do I do when I catch them? I bust them. You go to jail.
You're done. You go, you'll catch me in brass plum a lot, looking at teen girls. Not in the way you think it'd be. They're stealing.
Yeah.
Don't judge me. I catch teen girls.
You assumed I was a predator there, when in fact I am protecting you from the predators.
That's
these young
right.
girls who like to steal purses and little bracelets.
Yeah.
And when they do, I nail them.
Did he press charges every time?
No.
Yeah.
Or here's what he'd do. He would wait to rack it up. So like brass plum, like they steal a necklace worth like $15. He's like, "Yep, you're gonna get away this time, but it's in the ledger." And he'd wait for it to get to enough money where he could really bust him and drop the hammer, like 1,500 or whatever.
He was a savage, dude.
Yeah.
This sounds like straight out of a 90s movie.
Oh yeah, dude. This guy.
He was pretty incredible.
If you hear Lori Peters being paged over the intercom, just know I'm on the move. LP.
That was
Lori
the,
Peters.
That
was
was
his
the
name?
code.
That
No,
was
because for loss prevention.
Oh.
And so you would hear someone go like brass plum, like paging Lori Peters to St. John's, or paging Lori Peters to men's shoes if they feel like someone's being suspect.
And then he would just come flying out of the back, knocking over racks, and he would just tackle a 15-year-old girl.
Nice.
Dude, there was a chase policy, dude. He'd fucking be at Macy's at the under of the
Junior
mall, bro.
Seau.
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Take him out.
Yeah, dude.
Like
Don't
a proper double leg.
yeah, forever
Yeah.
21, forever done, dude.
I have a big question.
And then he'd pull a $10 bracelet out of her hand and be like, done.
I have a big question. How's his tan?
Pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
It looked good with the bleached hair. It was nice. A good
Yeah,
balance.
yeah.
He looked like he was just out surfing all morning, just thinking about all the kids he was going to bust that day.
Dude,
Yeah.
totally. He was like Mark McGrath if like Mark McGrath did like,
Krav
basic
Maga.
training. Yeah,
Yeah.
great call.
I mean, I picture him in the morning doing like Tai Chi,
Mhm.
crushing a Dane Cook CD. And,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then just heading straight into work.
And not laughing at it, going like
Yeah.
this, haha, good.
Yeah.
Like whenever he hears a punchline.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carrying nunchucks.
Enjoying it that way.
When you
Yeah.
got promoted to working on the floor,
Yeah.
what did you glean anything about human nature from what you saw?
Dude, I mean, I would see a lot of people would go in the dressing rooms and steal stuff. People would, you know what? The worst part of human nature was Nordstrom's return policy is very dank. You could get like cash back for credit purchases because it's Nordstrom Bank and they've actually changed it now. So a lot of people would take advantage of that great return policy system of like just knowing they can bring something to Nordstrom.
What did you learn from like a salesman perspective?
Product knowledge is huge. When I started learning about stuff and having an opinion, honestly having an opinion to sell was big. This is kind of why I have insight to Man the Dan. I can like really tap into him being sick. So I've worked in sales. I've seen it. I know I can dress it up a little bit. But my approach is always like, dude, I don't want to try to oversell you or upsell you to the more expensive thing. But think about it this way. Those materials are going to last you. You go to H&M, you get something that looks good for one wear, maybe on New Year's, dude. Buy these better materials. It's going to last you a long time. You're going to get 3 of those things anyway. It equals the same. The worst thing I saw human nature-wise, though, was I was doing a return for this lady, and there was a guy taking a phone call and deducing from his end of the out loud conversation, he was convincing his girlfriend to get an abortion. It was unreal, bro.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, and then the lady listening was like, please don't ever treat women like that. I was like, no, I won't. I'm like, this guy's terrible.
Yeah.
And I didn't return his item. It was after New Year's, dude, and I knew he fucking wore it out one time, smelled like shit, and like cigs, and like Agua di Gio cologne, dude.
Yeah.
And I go, sorry, bro, it's been used. And then, I looked over and I go, see how that label right there? It's a little bit washed because he was sweating in it, dude, because he's probably dancing hard, dude, or boning and creating new life that he wanted to end. And just fucking the tag right there was sweated in. I go, look at that tag, dude. Can't take that back. But you take back everything. I do if it's resellable. Gone.
Nice.
And the thing is, I still could have taken that back and just quality controlled it, but not for him, dude.
Was he pissed?
Yeah, he was pissed, dude. He needed that money.
Did you just square up and just hold your ground?
I kind of played it tight. Like I act like Nordstrom, the company, was the bad guy, and I was just the middleman.
You had that to fall back on.
Yeah, it's always nice. So yeah, I've seen some good, and then I've seen other stuff. Fun family stuff. Your brother came in, made a nice purchase. Our buddy Mike Ferraro was going to college and bought a bunch of nice shit for a college wardrobe. Very Orange County thing here that you guys are learning about. But you go to college, typically you'd go shopping with your parents and you'd get a nice wardrobe. And yeah, very lame, but that's how it was. And he came in and bought it all from me to hook it up with commish. And then we had sales meetings, and the manager's like, who's this Mike Ferraro guy? You guys really hit it off. You need to get him back in here. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I think he's going to school in San Diego. Yeah, I'll send him a thank you card. So I'd write him notes, thank you notes from Nordstrom, and mail them to him. And then he'd open them up, and I would just say, I'll kill you. And I would just send those notes, with the professional lettering. It was gold, dude.
Did he have to act like he wasn't your homie when he came in?
Sometimes the managers would hawk it, but nah, not too much.
They don't care as long as you're making the sale. Right?
Yeah. And I bet you some of the other, this dude Blake, who I worked with, who honestly, dude, Blake had, I'll say, he had game, dude. Blake was kind of a toolish dude, loved affliction, as a guy who I would judge, but a very nice guy.
But a hustler.
Yeah, dude. Always and lots of girls. He was fun to talk to in the morning, dude. If you're opening and he cruises in at 10 with a story, let's go, Blake. Let's hear about it, dude. What'd she do wrong this time? Every time he told the story, I was on her side.
Right.
But you didn't say that to him.
No. He was a little bit older than me at the time.
What were his stories?
Always just dude, I freaking went out and I invited.
Really sink into it.
He's like, look, dude, I went out and I invited maybe Rachel out to freaking, this club in Huntington. And what was this? There was the club on Costa Mesa that was right there. Fuck, what's that club called? You know what I mean?
On the 55 right there.
Yes.
The tri thing.
Yes.
It's like a K. It was like Katsuya or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, dude. He's out at that club.
I never once went there.
I went there one time and I saw, who's the guy that sings? I feel so close to you.
Calvin Harris?
Now. Yeah, Calvin Harris played there.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, early on.
It's a good song.
Yeah, it was so sick. It was a fire time. And anyway, Blake was there and he'd be like, yeah, I'm there. Getting a table with Rachel, and then turns out the table next to us, Emily's there, and then I start talking to Emily, and then I brought Rachel, and she's all mad now, and I'm like, I don't get it, dude. We're not dating. I'm like, dude, you took her on a date. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking in my head, but.
Dude, 100%.
Dude.
You got to think Blake did that on purpose because he's a little insecure about his status with the ladies. So he needs to have two of them to see that other women are attracted to him. And he's just basically saying hey, look, I'm desirable because he doesn't feel desirable.
And you know what he did a lot? He had an attractive sister. He'd, what's it called? Be on cleanup duty with her friends a lot of times.
Was he older?
He was younger though. So
Not as
okay.
bad.
Not as bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I think they were even maybe fraternal twins, I want to say.
Okay,
Right.
well that's
Yeah.
a different space. I don't even know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Close in age.
End of the party,
I don't
he comes
know.
out with his affliction on.
Yeah. His sister was 19,
Twins are
he was
kinda
33.
weird. Twins are kind of weird, right?
Twins are an interesting phenomenon. I forget who said it. Some comedian was hilarious back then. He's like, man, you see someone walk in, they're ugly, and you go, great, I go back to drinking my drink. But then you see the same ugliness twice. Whoa.
Are you friends with any twins?
Am I? None that stick out. I'm sure I am. My memory's so, I'll friends from 5 years ago. I don't remember you. Sorry.
That's nice.
Yeah. But I definitely have been friends with twins before, but at the moment, no.
Dude, there's twins I still don't know the difference between that I've known since they
Really?
were 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they walk in, I'm just like, hey, how's your brother? I'll find a way to get to the name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm it's good to see you. Call them by their last name. Good to see you, Andrews. How you doing?
Would you want to be a twin?
No, I think it's so weird.
Yeah. Would you?
An interesting life experience, but no.
What if there was imagine it's a male twin too. Imagine there's just an other you, basically, that you have to live with all the time. That's my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm already feeling like there's too much in me.
And if they look exactly like you,
They look just like you.
yeah, you're just looking at them.
Isn't one always alpha and one's like always beta? So
That's
it's
what I was
gotta
thinking.
be,
That's what I
right?
was thinking. It's constant competitive sort of tension.
Friction, yeah.
Yeah.
And then if the other one's outgoing, then you're going to fulfill the other side and be like the shy one.
Yeah.
You kind of do get boxed in by who the other one is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Which one would you rather be though?
The alpha one.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. The alpha one dominates in high school. He peaks. The other one comes in strong towards the latter half of life.
But you're twins, you have to work together the whole time.
Do you though?
If you're a twin, you have to work with your brother.
That's true.
You have to work together and you have to like live in the same house with both your families.
And share the same bed.
It's twin law.
There have been elite twin, like the Lopez Twins in the NBA. I mean, they're
Yeah.
not like the best NBA players, but like
The
they both
Col-
went to Stanford
yeah, yeah.
and fucking play in the NBA.
Markeith and Marcus Morris, who were twins and always wanted to be together. Like when they traded them to different teams, which they argued was in violation of twin law, they were pretty bummed out about it.
That is a bummer. Yeah.
Rondé and Tiki Barber.
Rondé and Tiki.
Right.
The
Different
Wachowski
team.
sisters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who are the ones? Oh, Winklevoss.
Yeah. The Winkle
those
vibe.
guys are crushing.
They're just crewing on the same team.
Yeah.
I valeted their car. Not nearly as handsome as Army Hammer. Is it Army Hammer that plays them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played both of them.
Yeah.
Mhm. He's really good in that.
Yeah.
They crush it in that.
Dude, that was like when he did that, everyone was like, oh, this is going to be the next guy.
Yeah.
And then he did like the Lone Ranger, and everyone was like, fuck this dude.
Yeah.
dude.
And then it turned out he was into cannibal shit, and
Yeah.
everyone was like, too weird.
Right. Yeah.
Way too weird.
How do you deal with that when that's going on in your head? She's like, man, I just want to eat your fucking feet.
I think the moment you get a thought like
Yeah.
that, you're just like hitting Yelp and psychotherapists who specialize in sex.
Yeah.
And I'm meeting all of them.
Yeah.
I'm meeting all of them. I'm like, yo, I'm a cannibal.
But
I also want to be loved by the entire public. How can we negotiate these two huge desires I have?
But with Army Hammer, I don't know if from my perspective, I'm not sure if he had the self-awareness to be like, this is a problem. I feel like he sort of got off on. He's like, yeah, I'm a fucking freak.
People like
I wanna,
doing wrong.
I want to barbecue your ribs.
I heard a guy in Sex Addicts. It was so true, and he was like, he was. You hear such brilliant things from people you don't expect it from. This guy was like destitute,
Yeah.
and but he had a lot of wisdom about his own behavior, and he was like, I only feel alive when I'm doing wrong.
Right.
And so I think, yeah, you might be right. I think for Army Hammer, maybe it was worth it for him to get that rush.
Yeah.
To feel those extreme feelings.
Do you think he would like type out something? He'd just be like, yeah, I want to make a nice carne asada out of your right foot, have your ass.
Yeah. Wait, are you
Make
doing a
some-
Amanda Dan impression?
Yeah, just make some nice tacos with your ass meat.
Poor
And
man, Dan, you're
how-
such a good guy, dude.
Yeah, he is a good guy. I
Yeah.
chatted with him in the DMs briefly, and I was like, this is a nice guy. But he's a marketer. He's a marketer.
He's a good guy.
He's a marketer,
Look, we all
JT.
work in different professions.
JT, he's a marketer.
What do they
all right?
say about
Get it
serial
through your
killers?
head.
What do they say about serial killers? Nice guy.
Yeah, Ted Bundy.
Never thought it'd be him.
Ted Bundy, charismatic as fuck.
Yup.
I'm just unaccustomed to you dudes just being so prejudiced towards a line of work, except for chat with doctors.
Oh, right.
No, I'm not even prejudiced against marketers. Dude,
You're just prejudiced against
I'm just
man
man
the
of Dan, dude.
Wait, but I was back to the Army Hammer thing.
Carne asading some ass.
Yeah, dude, it must be hard being him too, because like we always ask each other for advice on text.
Yeah.
Who do you turn to for advice if you're Army Hammer?
Right.
Like, hey, bro, I want to message this girl. We met like a week ago in like
Yeah.
Bermuda, and I really want to hang out with her again. Your buddy's like, oh yeah, let me check it out. I want to rip your heart out with my bare hands, squeeze the blood out of it until I see the life leave your eyes. I'm like, nah, dude, too heavy, man.
No, I think I'd be like, add an exclamation point.
Yeah, let her know you're
Let her know
excited.
you're excited,
Put
yeah.
an exclamation point. And then offer to fly to her, because if you're gonna like eat her heart out, like,
Yeah.
dude, don't make her fly to you.
And
Yeah.
and if she responds, she's like, all right, that's cool. And then you're like, all right, sweet. I'd be like, dude,
Wait a
wait
couple-
an hour.
Wait a
Wait an
couple
hour.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be mysterious. Give her some anticipation.
You already told her you're gonna eat her,
Yeah.
and what did she say to that? She said, "Dope. Okay, cool. Yeah, wait a day." And then you
Yeah.
say, "Okay, cool. I'll see you soon."
Yeah.
You don't want to seem too excited to eat her.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll fly you out to Bermuda. Just can you tan with some butter beforehand?
Can you start rubbing butter on your skin now?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem, Army.
Yeah.
That is funny too. If a girl was like, "Wait, so what's the deal?" He's like, "No, I'm literally gonna eat one of your toes." And she's like, "Where are you flying me?" He's like, "Bali." It's like, "Yeah, I don't need my toe that bad.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
worth it."
Yeah.
He's hot.
if he's like, if she like comes over, he's like, how should I, should I like take her out to dinner before, I slice a flank off her ass? How should I play that?
Yeah,
I gotta be a gentleman
first.
though.
Yeah,
you gotta be a gentleman.
Is this gonna be too edgy?
No, not
Okay.
at all.
Nice.
Do you think he's?
It's a fun juxtaposition of app dating plus cannibalism fetish. It's nice.
Do you think he fantasizes about like seasoning? He's like, I'm gonna put some pink Himalayan salt on that. Maybe some Taco Bell taco seasoning.
Dude, I don't even know how it practically plays out. Like, who's on the other end of that? Like, I understand like a
I
dominant
don't think he
submissive.
actually ever ate anyone. I think it was mostly theater for him. But I think he was like abusive in that theater. He took it a little too serious.
Yeah, it's whack. It's whack.
Yeah. Well, good luck to him.
Yeah.
Is that the wrong
Yeah.
thing to say? Yeah.
Hopefully, there's
I just have
someone
empathy for all the
everyone.
wrong people. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like that guy's probably suffering. So someone's like, "Did you hear about that serial killer? They caught him." I'm like, "Ah, poor guy. Yeah, he's gonna have a tough time."
Wait,
in
you
jail."
got empathy for the wrong people?
Yeah.
Man the Dan?
Not man the Dan.
Socratic method.
Not
What
man
up?
the Dan.
Oh,
No,
what?
no.
Oh.
Connecting the dots and they're miles apart. They're not the same, dude. They're not the same.
I know.
Man the Dan's gonna prove this over his life.
Man the Dan, you've created something provocative. You have been the best marketer of all time. We've talked about you on multiple podcasts.
He's given us a lot
You
of
are
content. We owe
absolutely
you.
Crushing
We
it.
owe you.
He's succeeding, dude. You see?
Yeah.
Whoa, dude, wait, but dude, you know what? I want to get into this now, actually. It's a good thing you just brought up. Because, like, what if that does incentivize people to, like, act like renobs so that they can get, more time? But then, dude, I had a dude message me last night. I was telling Chad about this.
I mean, that was our last president.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I forgot Donald Trump was president. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's so funny. I don't even pay attention to the news anymore. I'm
Sure.
like, just because I'm like, what's going on?
It's crazy how effective, like, knocking him off of social media platforms was.
Yeah.
Like, he really did just disappear.
Yeah.
Like, when everyone was like, should we kick him off Twitter? Should we not? I really didn't know. I was like, he's the president. I don't know. Like, can
Yeah.
you do that?
Yeah.
But honestly, probably would have made things more chill for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
It is funny how politics just aren't even in my head space anymore.
My
Wow.
Republican friends in Orange County are still going hard in the Instagram stories though.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just like, when does it end?
Never. It never ends.
No.
But I was wondering, like, so you have to worry sometimes that like the way we talk about things might attract people to talk about them in that way, so that they can get a little more attention on it.
Totally.
And I don't even know if this is similar to that, but I had a kid message me last night. He's like, "Hey, Par, I'm freaking out. I think I'm bipolar and I think I'm a sex addict." Which are kind of like two of the things I define myself by.
Yeah.
And then I could tell right away. I was like, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not ready to diagnose. But I was like, I don't know, dude. You just sound super anxious. I was like, what makes you think you're a sex addict? I was like, how often do you watch porn? He's like, I don't know, like once a day. And I was like, for how long? He's like, 5 minutes. And I was like, I don't think you're a sex addict. All these guys
Yeah.
are shaking their head. I was like, yeah, I don't think you're a sex addict, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, what makes you, is it like destroying your life? Is it like impacting it negatively? He's like, no, I just feel bad about myself when I do it. I was like, yeah, it's kind of par for the course. I was like, but hey, if you want to knock it off, knock it off. And then I go, what makes you think you're bipolar? And he was like, I freaked out on my girlfriend because I thought she was cheating on me, but I think I was overreacting. And I'm like, no, dude, I don't think you're bipolar, dude.
Well,
And he came around to it already, dude.
Yeah.
That's sort of my beef with
Yeah.
the culture these days. Is it seems like everyone wants to have some sort of trauma that they can tell the world about.
Right.
Like, this is what happened to me.
Yes.
This is why I'm interesting, because I have all this trauma. And I'm like, and I, empathize with people who've had serious trauma in their lives. But at the same, it's sort of like, if you're always talking about it, if you're always just telling people, like, it's just like, then that's your identity.
You're giving more
That's-
size to it.
Yeah, that's who. Then that becomes who you are, as opposed to
Right.
dealing with it or overcoming it and sort of rising above it, or growing from it. I feel like it just keeps you down in that sort of like, well, this happened to me, so I don't deserve blah blah blah.
It's tough. It's a tough thing to talk about, and it's like, dude, I've just been lucky, dude. Like, I grew up in OC, had a pretty fucking tight life, had a lot of brunches and shit, and so it's tough for me to fucking speak on it. But I do generally agree of like,
You were always nice to the help at the brunches, though.
to hell?
I'm kidding. Was that too much?
No, it's funny.
I was making fun of him. Bougie fuck. Yeah. He was trying to be self-aware. I wasn't letting him get away with it.
Hey, but it's just this is my experience. But I'm like, dude, it's fucking.
And the joke is, he wasn't. I saw Strider. He was very rude to those people.
Yeah, I was very rude. If you fucked up my eggs Benny and I couldn't cut through the English muffin, dude, you're fucking out, dude. Do you know who my father is? But it was like, yeah, it's tough to speak on it, but does seem
You would say that
a balance of if you've been a victim, there's been like there's like maybe I don't know like what the I don't know how it gets like
It's super complicated.
Yeah, it's fucking so gnarly. So I can't. Honestly, my opinion on it is like I can't be valid.
I think it's always good to go get help. You know what I mean? I just think when I talk about like my things, I might be glorifying them a little bit, and I do like overly identify with them at times. And that's like, I think the less important part. I think the more important part is like, yeah, if you're feeling off, go get help and figure out what's wrong with you for sure. But I wouldn't jump to conclusions on it. I would kind of, go slow and really take it seriously. Yeah.
Dude, it's interesting of like, our buddy Greg was talking about this
seriously
on, like,
and throwing
TikTok.
it around.
Yeah, it's, but you're also a cool guy. You have a podcast. You're cool. There's probably that kid that probably reached out to you is a young dude. And he probably looks up to you for a little bit and wants to relate. And he goes, oh, if I have these things, almost goes back to like, oh, if I drink, it's going to make me funny, or like, then I can do comedy because I see comics drinking whiskey or smoking weed. So I need to do that. But it's like, you need to do a lot of other stuff behind that. And I think to circle back to like the TikTok thing, there's a lot of kids like saying that they had like dissociative personality disorder or some shit that like James McAvoy has in Split.
Basically, what we called multiple personality disorder.
Yeah. And, but it's like super rare to have that. And then the kids putting it on TikTok are like basically doing like character reels with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, it's a character reel. Like you're stepping into a new point of view, which is good, but that's not what that disorder is.
What is that? Why is that like kind of like...
That's what I mean.
It's just attention seeking. Is that what it is?
I think so. And I think if something's taking up a lot of space in the national conversation, it just... Yeah. By virtue of that becomes attractive to us. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we kind of want to be a part of it. It's like, you want to be in that moment. And then it's this balance between like, because for so long we didn't, and still in a lot of spaces, we don't talk about it enough. Yeah. And then it's just hard to like, it's like with anything, we always overcorrect, and then people are like too fired up on it. Yeah. And it's like, and in my experience, I don't actually think there's like a lot of mental health shame right now. Like, I grew up Orange County with a bunch of bougie bros. Those are like the last people who you think would be like, cool about that stuff. Like, my friends are the fucking best. Like everyone I've talked to, like I'll talk their ears off about how I'm depressed, anxious, kind of in a be crazy or something like that, or about my sex addict stuff. And then like everyone just always listens. I mean, they'll tell me it's too much at times if I won't shut up, but like for the most part, everyone's like been really, really chill about it. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. What was I gonna say too? On top of that, like,
that's my experience. I might just be lucky with having nice friends too. I'm sure for other people it's really tough, but I do kind of feel like at least the media, like a boxer dropped out of a fight because he was having mental health problems, and everyone was super nice to him about it. Like some people picked on him, but even a lot of his opponents were like, "Hey man, get better. Like start to feel right before you fight again."
But people did fuck with that lady at the tennis open, the U.S. Open of tennis. Did you see that, or was it the U.S. Open?
Wimbledon, Naomi Osaka.
Wimbledon. Yeah, she like was like, "Hey, I'm not in the right mind state. I'm gonna drop out." And then they wanted to fine her for it and like say you need to do press stuff and all this type of shit. And she was like, I know.
Well, she didn't want to do the press stuff, and that's why she,
Yeah.
But didn't most people support her publicly?
That's a good question.
Like I think Nike put out an ad, and I just went to Sweetgreen, and she's got like a new salad there. Yep. So I mean, I think in terms of
that's the thing, publicly, but then when the dollars start counting, right? I don't think we're there yet.
Well, she got a Sweetgreen deal out of it.
Well, she's also the highest paid tennis player in the world. But
she's a beast. Yeah, she might have had that.
But as far as like the tennis association, they need to fucking step up to get with it.
Well, that's like in college and stuff. I had that desire just to get attention. I'd sort of tell people, I'd be like, like my parents are divorced. This is really tough. I have anxiety. And then starting stand up, it's like that was Louis C.K. was probably the biggest at the time. So when I started stand up, I was like, I got to talk about how muffed up I am. Yeah. So I just got on stage. I'm like, I have anxiety. Went to the therapist, and people are like, it's sort of in my mind. I was like, what the hell am I going to talk about? Because that's all people are talking about. I don't have any, like I have issues, you know, but
I do like when you
Yeah.
talk about that stuff with me, though.
yeah, but it's just like,
I love it.
yeah, but I don't know, man. I just like, I understand where that kid's coming from, I guess is what I'm saying. It's because like, when I was, you know, young, when I was like 18 and stuff, I wanted to tell people about that stuff because I'm like, you'd get attention.
Yeah.
And people would be like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, it's like.
And we do romanticize. I remember being young when I first started stand up. When I'd see someone on stage and they were convincing in their
Yeah.
depression, I was like, "That's cool. That guy's interesting."
Right.
He'd be like, "I'm fucked up, man. I think these things, and how the fuck do I get out of my own way?
Yeah.
I don't want to. I just keep fucking up." But
Yeah.
and then I'd be like, "Wow, like
Right.
what a raw human being."
Yeah.
But then when you actually feel that stuff, like depression,
Sucks,
you're like,
yeah.
you're like, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah.
And
And
this
then,
shit sucks.
yeah, I got on stage.
Can't get out of bed. Yeah.
I got on stage with like a fresh tan, you know, just like, yeah, dude, I got anxiety. And everyone's like, the audience right away was just like, what the fuck
Right.
are you talking about? Your life's awesome. I'm like, yeah, it is. Fuck. But I want to be an artist. But,
But that's what's interesting, dude. The audience has their, you know, we
Their
do
idea,
to a
dude.
degree judge a book by cover. You show
Yeah.
up, you have surfer hair, surfer look. It's like
yeah.
you surf all day. That's all I see.
Yeah.
But there's more than meets the eye.
And you can get them there. You just have to first be like, I'm good looking and I'm cool, and then
Yeah,
I
yeah.
surf, and then
Yeah.
you take them on the journey, and then at the end you can be like, but I'm a bit sad, and they'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, it's all right. We'll
Yeah.
laugh because you
But I can't quit vaping.
right.
Right.
It's tough,
That'll
dude,
get people
fuck,
on
bro.
board.
It's
Yeah.
tough. A lot of people relate.
Yeah. It's tough.
If Army Hammer was texting about that, no one would. Yeah.
Look, I can't quit vaping.
Dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
so this is sort of long overdue, but a stoker sent us this, and he works for the legend himself, Kenny Loggins,
Whoa.
our hero. This new record is out. Kenny Loggins at the Movies. I think it's a compilation of his greatest hits. I'm Alright, Footloose, I'm Free, Playing with the Boys, Danger Zone, Meet Me Halfway, For the First Time, Nobody's Fool. Ryan Romanesco, dude, thank you so much. We gotta put this up in the studio. It's
That's tight, dude.
Gotta pay homage to Kenny because I think he is musically probably the ultimate Stoke Lord.
It has so many bangers.
Yeah.
So many songs that you're like, I know that song immediately. Yeah, dude.
How do you guys move when you hear this song?
Sexily.
First, I start
What do you do?
with the finger pistols.
Hit him.
Oh,
Little lower for the camera.
Oh, yeah. Get right in there. Yeah.
There it is. That's how you shoot.
Oh.
Shoot him, baby. I always used to do this move. I don't know if I can still do it at my age, but I used to run into my parents' room, blast this song, and I'd go. Something like that.
That was sick, though. That was so sick.
And I remember my dad didn't want to like what I was doing,
Yeah.
but when I'd throw that move, I'd see a smile creep across his face, and I was like, "You can't deny it, old man."
Yeah.
You're using the whole body when you do something like that.
Yeah, and I think it's the elasticity of the spinal
Yes.
column that really gets people going.
Yes.
That kind of gyration. It's like Aaron Johnson in Nocturnal Animals. He kind of plays that character.
Ooh, dude, yeah,
like a feral
bro.
animal, you know, and he's kind of like, he slinks in like that.
He's amazing in that
He's
movie.
kind of like a, yeah. Oh, he's really good. This is
Yeah.
his best performance, I think.
I agree. Dude, yeah, that was a great move that you just did. You dance well.
Thanks.
You already
man.
know this, but you
You
dance,
dance well too.
Thanks.
You dance well too.
Thank
Oh, did you take too big of a rip, dog?
No, never.
Dude, you did, bro. You took too big of a rip, dog.
dude.
Fuck.
Nah, dude.
Dude, the vape's been agitating my throat. I've been
Yeah.
having sore throat in the morning. I'm worried I'm gonna have like. It could incentivize me to stop, as I'm worried it's gonna destroy my podcast voice.
Dude, yeah, dude.
No, it could make it more gravelly. That'd be cool.
You think it'd be cool?
That'd be tight.
No, I don't want to encourage it. You should stop.
That's better. Yeah, thanks, dog.
Yeah.
For a second there, I was like, "Oh, Chad's right. I got to keep destroying my vocal box."
But there's other ways you can do that. You can just yell for long periods of time.
Do you yell?
Just
a
go,
lot?
ah!
Do you yell a lot?
Not really at the top
Mostly in
of my lungs. I think that's
private?
what's good for competing. You know what I mean? Like you can compete. You could go play pickup basketball or volleyball or whatever it is. You can just get out there and just let out like a fucker, yeah. Like I think that is important to do.
Yeah.
Even lifting weights.
Yeah, it's a
You
good
know?
space for aggression.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a productive
Yeah.
space for aggression.
You've even heard me in the act of making love. I'm just like, no.
I'll do it right now. No, you know it wasn't like that. It was more like this. I walk in. This animal doesn't have the door closed because he wants me to see.
That's right, dude.
And you're underneath.
Masterclass,
And
dude.
you're going like this. You're going. And I'm at the door and I'm like, oh God. Bolt straight from my room, just as you're about so clearly about to bust.
Like I'm getting
clearly about to
electrocuted, dude.
Wait, can you do that again?
Dude, you know who I stole that from? Do you know who I copyright that yell to?
What?
The guy who I kind of look like? The dude from one of the Wet
Joel
Bandits. Dude,
Daniel Stern when he gets
Daniel Stern in Home Alone. He yells like that. That's how he yells, dude. I crack up every year at that yell, dude. And then they cut to like a practical skeleton, and I'm all like, yes. Dude, it's so good.
That is a really good scene. For sure, dude.
I thought you were going to say Joel Osteen. That's how he's in the set.
Joel, dude.
Praise God! Like it's angelic.
Yeah, dude.
That's hilarious.
It's amazing.
I just came.
Yeah.
Houston.
Say
I
it with
just
me
came.
now.
When you
Repeat
bust
after
a
me.
nut, not just a nut for nothing, but a nut for the love that you and your betrothed share, the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with, that nut, that just makes me go, in front of like 20,000 Houstonians. They're like, what the hell?
I just expelled semen.
Everyone in here.
Into my wife's vaginal cavity. And we just conceived a child. I know it. I've been saving up that jizz for 1 month. That was the biggest load I've ever had in my life.
Everybody in here, come with me. Come with me now. Come with me. All 30,000 of you. Everyone here in the
Start
Astro
jacking
Dome.
off. Come on.
Everyone come. Everyone lean back.
Ushers,
Lean
grab some
back.
napkins, ushers.
Just give out that religious fury. Give it out. Give it out to the Lord. Everybody come.
Stroke it.
All three of us have to do it now. You ready?
Ladies,
One, two,
close your
three.
eyes.
Aaron, you gotta back us up. It's too much. Aaron, will you
Aaron,
do
are we
it?
spiking?
Aaron, will you do
Aaron,
it
how
once?
are our levels? Are we spiking?
We spiked. Aaron, will you do it?
No.
No, Aaron, please, Aaron, please do it. Aaron, will you fake screen
Aaron,
come?
come on, Aaron.
Come on,
Aaron,
please. Don't be
Aaron.
nervous. It's not gonna be on camera. We'll only hear it.
Come on, Aaron.
You can do it.
We're gonna show this to your daughter when she turns 21. This is the
It'll be
man
in a
who raised
vault.
you.
It'll be in a vault.
After everyone comes, hallelujah.
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 Band starts singing.
Nice, dude. Should we answer some questions?
Yeah. Is it cool if I take a leak before we do
Let's take
that?
a little break.
That's a good transition.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm interrupting this podcast to let you know once again that we are brought to you by the legends at Talkspace. Talkspace, thank you so much for sponsoring the podcast. Guys, we love therapy. I'm going to therapy tomorrow. It's super beneficial to you and to your mental health. And if you want to, JT does all the time. It can change your life. So, Talkspace is the easy, affordable way to go see a therapist. And you can get unbiased feedback and advice from a licensed professional that can be refreshing and actually rewarding. And when you're in a low point, you might feel alone, but over 50% of Americans struggle with their mental health. We all need help sometimes, and asking for support when you need it is actually a sign of strength. So, I love Talkspace. Especially, you can Zoom. It's super easy. The therapists are there, almost, at any time. You can text, whatever. It's awesome, guys. If you ever need a boost, you ever need some therapy, check out Talkspace. Whether you're a parent, student, millennial, or just someone having a hard day, Talkspace can provide the support to help you better with a single message. And whether you're experiencing depression, anxiety, or other problems, Talkspace is the #1 online therapy platform to help you sort through any issues. So check them out, guys. Start feeling better with a single message. Match with a licensed therapist when you go to Talkspace.com. Get $100 off your first month with promo code GODEEP. That's $100 off when you use GODEEP at Talkspace.com. We are also brought to you by the legends at Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims peeled, for looking after our hogs, for making sure their dinks are looking fresh and clean, because the Performance Package 4.0 includes the new Lawnmower 4.0. This thing is revolutionary. Got 4000K LED spotlights so you can see your dink in high def. 8,000 RPM motor, 7,000 RPM motor. If the power grid goes out in Texas again, you can use your lawnmower 4.0 to illuminate the way with this LED spotlight. And it's waterproof. You won't get any nicks or cuts. Get the Performance Package 4.0. And with that, you also get the Weed Whacker, trim your nose and ear hair, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, and the Shears 2.0, which is a luxury 4-piece nail kit featuring tempered stainless steel tools and includes slash-tip tweezers, rounded point scissors, fingernail clippers, and a medium grit nail file. So get those nails in check, guys. Get 20% off plus free shipping when you go to manscaped.com and enter code GODEEP20. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com when you enter code GODEEP20. Tame that summer swamp in your pants with Manscaped. Finally, we are brought to you by Helix Beer Bongs, the best in the biz with advanced flow technology. Get that booze in your gullet this summer today at shopcgd.com to get a Helix Beer Bong. Back to the show.
You are my fire, my one. Is that the best boy band song of all time? Is I Want It That Way the best boy band song of all time? I feel like you would go with something. I feel like you would go with NSYNC. Like an NSYNC hit. Like, do you, like, what, okay, I'll put it to you like this. What do you think's better? I Want It That Way or Bye Bye Bye?
I gotta go with Bye Bye Bye. Because... but they elicit different feels for me.
One's a ballad, one's like a pop dance song.
Because Bye Bye Bye, you're just like, you're up and you're just, later, you're like,
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Different vibe maybe, but Boys to Men, do they top? Do they have the best boy band
I
song?
was a fan of them as a kid, but I haven't kept up with them.
What's their best song, like
Don't
On
even
Bended
know.
Knee? Oh no, I'll Make Love to You is probably their best one.
I'll make love to you.
I love One Sweet Day too.
That's a great one, but it's not the high energy that I want that comes from those other boy band songs.
I could see that song coming from your. I'll
Dude.
make love to you like you want me. Oh!
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
We don't ever really make love to music that much. Do you guys make love to music a lot?
I do because I like to keep track of how long I last. Like if I'm like,
Nice.
I think I talked about this. Did I talk about this on the Bobby Lee one? Nah.
Maybe.
But like I'll be like, oh, I lasted like 5 Hosier songs.
Or one
Nice.
Freebird?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah,
Dude,
dude.
if you could last a whole Freebird, that'd be
If
sick.
you last a Meatloaf song, dude, let's go.
Yeah.
Those songs
Yeah, that's
have
the thing.
interesting turns too.
They really do. They're truly like works of art.
That's the thing. I don't really know how long I last.
It's probably good not to keep track of it. I think I check my weight too much too.
That's why I
Yeah.
never max out at
The
the gym.
numbers don't matter. It's the feeling inside of them and the space between them.
Totally.
Yeah.
Mind over matter, dude. You don't mind it, don't matter, dude.
Dude, today I will do what some men, and I'll do this as my quote of the week. All right, first cue. This one's more just straight advice. Quitting vapes. Try this. Hey, Chad, I was able to quit vaping when I found some flavored nicotine toothpicks online. The website is called Zippix Toothpicks. Check it out. Have a good one, bud. This guy totally works for them.
Oh, dude, thanks, man. I've been trying Lucy Gum. Lucy Gum's legit. But then I just, the flavor is so of the vape is just so nice.
They just do it right.
I'm
I'll
gonna
get
quit
off
at
it,
some
though.
point.
Yeah,
Why
I'll
can't they
get
just
off
have like a healthy vape, dude? Is it just innately not what it is?
I just don't know
Yeah.
if they can.
Like the chemicals just have
I
to
think
be
when you
wrong.
Yeah.
when you do one of the healthy ones, you're like, it ain't hitting the same.
Yeah.
Hey, Chad, I think you had rhomboamylosis, and that's why your liver results came back suggesting liver disease. JT said your arms were swollen after you did the MRF, which is a key sign of rhabdo. Oh, that Ferrari would always talk about that.
Yeah, Robdo.
I am only a medical assistant, so please check with probably another doctor. I would recommend a physiatrist, physical medicine, and rehabilitation doctor. This has been bugging me, so I wanted to reach out and try to help in any way. Love the pod and all the boys. Thank you.
Dude, very much appreciate the tip. I actually read that email, and I called my dad about it, and he's like, it's a pretty serious condition.
Yeah, you can die, dude.
Yeah, and my arms are back to normal, and my pee is normal. So I think if that were the case, maybe I had like a small case. I don't know, but if that were the case, I think I'd be very sick.
So the MRF fucked you up.
The MRF fucked me up.
It's a fucking insane workout, dude.
Yeah,
It's a
Nice.
beast
If
of a
you-
workout. I hate
yeah.
to run. I can't do it.
yeah.
You're a beast, bro. You did it. You
Oh,
do it every year.
Thanks.
And you don't
yeah.
even do like CrossFit training, so you're kind of really jumping into the deep end.
Yeah, I really kind of worked myself, but I don't know. That's what you gotta do.
That's it. Next year, let's work up to it, dude. We'll do it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get you a tighter vest. You took a lot of flack for wearing that flak vest, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's wrong. You looked good in it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait, Strider. You for real right now?
100% for real right now. I'm not messing around, dude. I don't mess around when it comes to my dog's physique and health.
Thank you.
That's what's up.
For sure.
Calling on the Stoke Council. What up, Chad, JT, also relationship master, Strider Chilson, and Fat Hog Joe, if applicable. I write to you from across the pond. However, the language of Stoke is universal. Recently, the beers in the local have been flowing at unprecedented levels, and the squad Stoke tank has been bursting at the seams. However, about a month ago, we had to have an intervention with a key squad member as he was smoking too much bud and showing signs of psychosis from too many dank spliffs over the last 4 years. He took the intervention well and told us he had stopped smoking. Kudos to my bro. Since the intervention, it appears he has swapped the dank green for the sweet golden nectar of beer. While the whole squad loves to rage and get fired up at the local pub, our squad member in question is drinking upwards of 10 pints 5 to 6 nights of the week. He justifies it by saying he no longer smokes, so this is now the party juice of choice. The problem lies with the behavior that follows said quantity of beer. The end of the night ends in a similar fashion every night, either spewing over a wall, trying to fight other squad members, or trying to fight any male who gives his new baby face any kind of attention. Arguably the lesser attractive of the two new babes in the squad. Super extraneous detail there.
Yeah.
My question to you is, how do we as a squad go about telling him this behavior is unacceptable, and do we boke him after telling and seeing no change? Thanks for the advice that follows, and keep spreading Stoke globally, legends. Also, I'd like to shout out my real life bro as he's finally come to terms with having the smallest dog in the family. And it's great to see him grow as a person. That's huge, dude. Congrats
That's
to your
awesome.
brother, dude.
Big.
Dude, I think unfortunately that sounds like a issue.
Yeah.
And I think he should get help. I mean, and it's tough with these, you know, it's like you can never like when someone has a substance abuse problem, you know, it's like you can never like tell them like, hey, you got a problem. It's like you can be there for, I think you can be there for them and say, and you should probably say like, hey, this is concerning us, and you know, I think you should get help. But so I think you should support him as much as you can in that, and sort of, you know, try and push him to get help. But I think this guy needs help, and hopefully he it seems like he's able to listen, and might be responsive to you guys, you know, saying, hey, you should see a therapist or something, because that's gonna spiral.
For sure.
Good
Yeah,
call.
that's how addiction works too. It's whack-a-mole. Like,
Yeah.
you see it so much. Like, you hit one thing, but that energy in you is still there, the thing that made you an addict.
Yeah.
And then another one pops out.
Yeah.
And it kind of moves around.
Yeah.
Until you really, and you got to keep dealing with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say, you know, it's hard to get someone to change if they're not ready. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's another thing they say in the program that is, if you haven't had enough, keep going.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of people come through there who are just like, all right, I haven't hit bottom yet, and some
Yeah.
people need that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm optimistic maybe he doesn't. So yeah, I would talk to him about it.
Yeah.
And then, dude, if you have to put up boundaries because it's starting to tax you too much, it's a really hard call to make because you want to be there for your friends too. But, you know, I think it's okay for you to, you know, to help a ton. And I think it's also okay if you need to at some point to take space. And maybe that's jumping the gun a little bit. But what I'm saying is that you care about him a lot, but at the end of the day, he's got to be willing to help himself.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
But keep trying, yeah.
You guys nailed it. Hit the hammer on the head. I would say if you like, yeah, he needs to cut it cold turkey, in my opinion. But if he's got to choose one, probably weed over booze. I don't know, though.
Not if he's getting psychotic, though.
That's true. If he has like a crazy yeah, he needs to be off.
He
bro.
might be like detached from reality.
Yeah, and
shit.
honestly,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
do that negotiating thing. Don't. That's in my mind. I was like, negotiate. Hey, cut the booze, but do the weed. You just gotta tell him straight up, dude. It's not working for you. We love you, bro, but we don't love you when you're altered by these things, man. You gotta change it, dude.
And is it bad too to be like, hey man, let's just see if for a couple weeks you can like, because he might.
Do it with them.
People-
Let's go all 3 weeks, cold turkey, bro. Let's go, all of us.
Yeah, and people in that position will often say like, look, I could quit if I wanted to.
Oh,
and then
dude,
so be like,
totally.
well, all right, well, let's see it.
It's the ultimate lie to someone, dude. That's the ultimate thing.
Because we all feel that. That's how I feel with my vape. But it's like if you keep doing it,
Totally.
what does it matter?
Totally.
Yeah. But good luck to that, dude. And you're a good bro for reaching out.
Yep.
What's up, Stoke Lords? I come to you seeking counsel about an ex-lover. I dated this girl for almost 4 years, from the time I was a junior in high school until the summer before my junior year of college. We were each other's first loves, took each other's V cards, and all that dank stuff. She broke up with me because she said I was immature and she didn't think we were right for each other. The super tiny dong probably didn't help my cause, but she didn't express her frustration about it. We ended on pretty good terms with no bad blood, but I was super bummed for a while nonetheless. That was 3 years ago at this point, and she's been dating a new guy since about 6 months after we broke up. Every few months since the breakup, she will reply to a Snapchat story of mine or send me something she knows I like on Instagram, such as a post from my favorite sports team. This doesn't bother me so much when I was staying busy during college, but now I've graduated and have more time on my hands to overthink things. She asked me to get together and catch up a few months ago, and we went to a park and chatted together for a couple hours. It was a super chill hang, but my stoke tank was on low for a few days after the encounter. A part of me still feels bitter over the breakup, but I feel like I will always love her for a little. I will always love her a little. The fact that she still contacts me intermittently and acts like we're best buddies, even though she has another long-term beau, bums me out and leaves me feeling major confused. What do you shamans of Stoke that I do find my peace? How do you shamans of Stoke suggest that I do find my peace about this sitch?
Dude, this sounds nice, man. I mean, look, you guys were each other's firsts, bro. Oh wait, Aaron, you got something for this?
Yeah, that's
Cut
what
it. Cut all communications. Why are people friends with their exes? Don't do it.
I think I agree with you, Aaron. I think if you're on the same page completely about the breakup, but that you can
There's
be
still
friends.
no reason to be friends.
Right, but I'm just saying, so rarely are people ever on the same level. Like
Yeah,
one person
sure.
always is kind of
Yeah.
pining for the other one, and the other one's just like, no, we can just be friends. And it's easy for them to say that, but I don't think a lot of those people are really being sensitive to what it does to the other person. Like,
Totally.
she's hurting you when she hangs out with you, not intentionally, but it hurts you. And she's not thinking about you. She's just thinking about what makes her feel good, which is totally normal. I've done it a million times, but it's not right for you. So you got to just take space, dude, and move on. I mean, dude, it was a couple years ago, bro. Like, you're burning valuable time in your life, and you don't want to waste that time, thinking about someone else who already has someone else. Like, you got to get busy living, man.
Amen.
Get out there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
And if she really cares about you, she'll support you in that.
And she does care about him. I think when she's sending him those messages, she's like, "Oh, I like him. We had this special thing," and she feels nice about it. And she probably knows that she feels like she's being nice to him, maybe even charitable. But he's got to step up, pull on his fucking man pants, and be like, "Yo." And dude, you got to realize you were virgins when you guys
Or your
first
person
hooked up.
pants.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and you guys were virgins, dude. She's gonna go meet someone else. Like, it's very rare if you're virgins to stay together in today's day and age, like forever. So that's totally normal on her part. And you have sort of been hung up on it a little bit, and you sound like a sensitive guy and a sweet guy, and I could see myself doing the same thing. But I'd say, just like JT and Aaron said, dude, let her know, and you don't need to be like all harsh about it. I'm fucking done. We're fucking done. Just be like, yo,
Detach with love.
yeah, don't send me the messages. I wish you and yours the best. We had such a nice thing together, man. I'll think of it forever. I'm happy you were my first. I wish you the best, man. I wish you the best, really. But we don't need to keep in touch. We don't need to do this little touch and go shit.
Mhm.
You need to fucking go and hang out with other people in the park and have dank ass dates, dude.
Totally agree. Yeah, I think he's got to cut it. And yeah, I mean, just go out there and live. What JT was saying, just go out there, live, meet new people. You just gotta put it in the rear view, step on the gas, and do a fat burnout, and eventually you'll be in a place where you're just like, oh
Yes, dude. You're going to get there, dude.
yeah.
And he said this statement in his thing. He said, oh, he was fine with it in college, which made me feel like he's had other sexual encounters, which is tight. And now that he's graduated, he's like a little bit...
He's got too much time
He's
on
got
his
too much
hands.
time. So get busy, dude. Schedule some fucking dates. Hang with the boys. Set up your social calendar. And I know COVID fucks that up too, but the world's opening back up, dude. Fucking get on a softball team like Aaron, dude. Get out there, baby.
Yeah, go get your heart broken a couple more times, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then always remember that you dated someone of high quality, and that that is where you're meant to return. You know what I mean? But it's going to be someone else. But you're doing great, man. You had a great girlfriend. You guys had a good relationship, and now I think you're going to take that into the next one.
Yeah. And you got a small penis, so what? I got a small penis, dude.
I got a little dick, dude.
Yeah.
I got a little tiny pecker, bro.
Yeah,
This
dude.
is the Bell End Squad.
You think that
Let's
bothers
go.
me? I got bigger fish to fry, dude. And
Yeah.
plus, that stuff only bothers me, and it never bothers me. But if it did bother me, it would only bother me when I'm not doing other shit.
Exactly.
Yep.
Stay busy, baby.
Yep.
Doesn't bother you when you lift.
No, dude.
Hell no.
I could care
I don't even-
less,
I
dog.
don't even think about my hog.
Back of my dome. I'm just worried about getting those hips under me, dude. All right. I need love. Sup, dudes? I'm Caitlin, and I recently moved to a new city. I'm surrounded by couples, and it really lowers my stoke because I want to find that happiness with my ideal compadre. I've been single for a while and have lived it up, but just don't get the same satisfaction of hooking up with dudes without having a connection. I have some friends who constantly find a relationship, but I've never been that kind of girl, and I've been fine with that until lately. I'm just wondering if there's anything girls do that make guys want a relationship instead of a fling, or maybe I'm going for the wrong dudes. Would love your take on this and love the pod and your outlook on life. Thanks for constantly raising my stoke.
So, anything that girls do?
Yeah, is there something a girl could do that would make you more inclined to be like, hey, let's do a relationship? I don't know. I think, look, just if someone's solid, you just want them to be a solid person. So if it feels like they're pretty happy and put together on their own, I think that's always exciting, because then that feels like something I want. So I'm like, oh, I'd like to date someone who kind of has that thing that I want. But I also think maybe the reason your friends always find partners and you don't is because maybe you're just a little bit choosier. Maybe you're pickier, which is a good thing. No,
I'd say take it slow, but don't play it too cool. Does that make sense?
Dude, that's good advice, man, for everybody.
Yeah. So it's like, because I've been on the apps and stuff, and it's like when you like match with someone or something, they start talking and they start texting you all the time. You're like I got shit to do. Like I back off. You know what I mean? It's like a fine balance of like, get to know them, reach out, and like go on dates. But space it out, take it slow, but also don't be too cool where you're just sort of like have your guard up and that you're trying to make them like chase you. Just sort of have your own life, but also have your own life, but also be real and be like open to possibilities. I think that, because that's what I've found is like when it's just kind of flows naturally, as opposed to when they just bombard you with texts, you're just like, whoa, like I can't. It's so it's finding that balance. So I think just be real, but don't play too cool. That's what I'd say.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, it's tough. Find that middle porridge. Also, dude, you sound like you've had brief relationships or hookups or whatever. So I think the issue for her is just going to be getting through the dudes who are the weasels, just looking to score, and then finding a guy. You're not going to have a problem finding a guy.
Yeah.
They're going to be lining up, but it's just the right guy with the right intentions. You know what I mean? And that's going to be her obstacle to snuff out a little bit. But I think if she just comes forward like, hey, I'm looking for a relationship, hold out a little bit, see what happens. The guy sticks in there. He's cool, You know
what's crazy about the weasel thing too? It's like there's weasels and then there's good guys. But I think the main slice of the pie is guys who can go either way. You know what I mean? And it's like, where are they at in their life in that moment, and like what also does this person bring out of them?
Yeah, and that's conversation and honesty. That's the dissecting that she's got to do, which is tough. Where the guy is just going to be like looking to score or whatever, maybe saying the same things to someone he'd want to date to score with early on, right? And I'm not on the apps, but I don't know. But like with a girl, it's like, you say, hey, I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking for these things. Like even if a guy's in that stage in his life, it probably takes some experience, but it can probably be snuffed out.
Okay, in the taxonomy of euphemisms for having sex, what's like the best one and what's the worst? And where does trying to score rank in there? Because I think I know what the worst one is, and I think I know what the best one is real quick.
Like, what do you mean by worst and best? Like most offensive, or like most blue, or ribald, or like not PC?
Ribald. The funniest one is when someone's like, did you bone? Like bone is the funniest, I think.
Yeah.
I think the worst one is pork.
I do love pork.
I'm trying to pork.
Pork, just some good old American.
What about this?
Porking.
Get some gash.
That's pretty awful.
I think that one's worse than pork.
Yeah,
I will say that if I have a few beers, I'm just around guys though. And I think the best one
looking for some trim.
I think the best one, and this is a good one. If you hear a guy say this, he's a good guy. If he says he's trying to boink.
Yeah,
boink. Yeah.
Did you boink?
Yeah, did you boink?
What about plow?
I like that.
Dude, when my son comes
Bone Town
the night after his prom, when he comes through the door, I'm just gonna be sitting at my desk in my study, reading the New York Times Sunday paper, flicking through it with a cup of coffee, just billowing smoke, and I'm just gonna look at him and say, "Oh, hey, son, did you boink?"
See, but you have to believe in your son, though, JT. You have to go, "Oh, hey, who came first?"
Well, but can I still say boink? Can you put boink in there?
I don't know how you factor in boink.
No, you could do it. He's like, "Son, during the boink, who come first?"
It was Abbott and Costello.
His friends are there. You're like, your dad's fucking weird.
That's a weird guy. Yeah.
We're in a tweet quote.
Come
Yeah,
first.
just-
Oh, and your friend Nathan's here. What about you? Did you participate in the boink? And when did you come on the timeline?
You know.
And then they look inside my Wall Street Journal. I just have a Hustler magazine.
yes.
My New York Times are like, "You're just looking at porn, Dad." I'm like, "Oh, excuse me."
Boys.
I'm gonna be a cool dad. I'm gonna come out with a backwards hat on.
Hell yeah.
Just go, what's up, Mr. Plow? Go for the no look high five, and then just beeline it out.
That's like when you drop them off at the picture party, you know,
Yeah.
before the thing. You're like, "All right, have a good day. Make sure you boink."
If it's cooler to do it to your daughter, you fucking boink him.
Did you boink him, honey? Did you boink him?
Rebecca, did you boink him?
You did? Oh, honey, I'm so happy.
Good.
Get your mother downstairs.
Good.
Melanie, they boinked. Tyler boinked your little Heather last night.
Where's Tyler? Get him in here.
Where's Tyler? He's in
Where's
the
Tyler?
car.
Oh, he's at a soccer tournament? Oh. Okay, well, we'll catch up with him later.
Let's drive over there.
Yeah, let's go watch him play.
Oh, hey, Mr. Parr.
How do you know Tyler? Oh, he boinks my daughter.
Oh, yeah. He's the striker? Could have guessed that.
Yeah, he's a
He
clinical
scored-
finisher when it's a pressure moment.
He scores a goal. That guy boinked my daughter.
He boinked my daughter. Dude, that was for real when we went to the USC Ohio State game in like 2007 or something like that. And it was Mark Sanchez versus, it was like 2009. Mark Sanchez versus Terrell Pryor, Ohio State versus USC. USC won, and we went to Chipotle afterwards,
Yeah.
and Mark Sanchez was there. And dads would walk up and be like, "Mark, it's such a pleasure to meet you. And this is my daughter, Erica. Come over here, say hi to Mark." I was like,
Yeah.
what is going on here?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
in line with you. It was weird. Mark would be like, hey, so can I get a burrito bowl to go?
He handled it pretty well.
Yeah. The dude knew how to be famous.
He was like a
immediately.
celebrity already.
Yeah.
I heard he slept with all of his offensive linemen's girlfriends.
Yeah, you told me that.
What?
Yeah, it's like a power thing.
Whoa.
Fuck that.
And then I heard one of them decked him.
You're good.
Yeah, I'd be letting dudes through all the time.
Hell yeah.
Right. Yeah, you're supposed to like
I'm
take
taking
care
this-
of your
I'm
O
taking
lineman.
this play off.
Yeah.
Because
Let the-
Tom
get the guy
Brady
in
takes
front
him
of
to
you now.
steak.
You're doing a little Ray from Remember the Titans, but for different motivations.
Yeah.
Not because you're racist.
Yeah.
We know you're not racist.
I'm not racist.
That's true.
No.
Nice.
That's 100%.
I can't even
true.
joke about it because like you are such a good guy. I'm just like, no, it's not even funny.
Yeah, you wouldn't even make a weird cum noise.
Should we do one more question? Are you guys
Fuck
ready?
yeah.
Should we do a question? You ready to push? Let's push.
Yeah, let's push.
Chad. There's some stoker out there who's just gonna be lost for another week. Chad, what's your beef of the week?
My beef of the week is I gotta do this. I gotta do it. Cyclists.
Dude.
My beef of the week is cyclists.
Good call.
Dudes, you have way too much moxie. I think I'm using that word correctly. I mean, way too much confidence. You're not in a motor vehicle. You're on a bike. Get out of the road. Get out of the road, especially on like the PCH when you're in the highway and stuff. You're just like, dude, you know, and it's like, why do you have to bike on the PCH? What is going on? And it's like, you know, I don't know, man. It's so frustrating because you'll be like going and you just get behind some cyclists and you're just like, it's so ridiculous. You know, go find a trail, go to the LA River, go bike the LA River.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Get on a concrete trail and bike that. Don't get in the middle of the road, hold up traffic. Go get a Peloton.
Yes. We listen to DJ music inside. And
Yeah.
have a freaking great time.
Yeah, it's like, you know, get out of the road. Like, I don't know. Yeah. It had to be said, you know. I'm sure we have some cyclists listening, but you know what, dudes? The time has come. And I have to lay down the hammer on you. Get out of the road.
Also, dude, Chad, do you have your back even more? We're in LA, dude.
Yeah.
This is a fucking car culture city, dude.
Yeah.
You ride a bike in this city, you're not asking yourself, if I get hurt, it's when you get hurt, dude.
Exactly. And it's like
There's huge potholes too.
huge potholes.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, you hold up traffic in like a small town, it's like a minor inconvenience. You hold up traffic in LA, it's like we only get brief moments
Right.
without
Our
traffic.
window's small, man. In
Yeah.
every respect, in our careers, in
Yeah.
our love lives, and in
Yeah.
our travel.
Amen,
Yeah.
It's a
dude.
small window.
Amen.
Yeah. And it's like, dudes, you got to get out of the road.
And
Right on, dude.
Yeah,
Dude, I had a friend's dad, Ross's dad, Finley, Robbie's dad, Finley, Warrior, great man.
Mm-hmm.
One time we were chilling over there, and he was in full biking regalia, like the reflective shirt, the short shorts, just head to toe, decked out. And then he just got on his little indoor bike.
That's awesome.
Brother and I were like, "You biking up the beach?" He's like, "No, I'm going into the gym."
Yeah.
Dude, what's his accent? No, I'm going into the gym.
He's Scottish. Scottish.
I'm going into the gym.
Lads.
Yeah, lads. I'm going into the gym.
All right, boys.
No, you fucking idiot. I'm going in the gym.
The thing is, he's the toughest guy. He could kill us all
He's the
before we could
toughest
spell
man
help.
alive. He's
H-E-L-P.
just like made us something else. Yeah. Good guy.
Yep.
Aaron, you got beef?
Sure.
What's your beef?
My beef of the week is with the St. Louis Cardinals.
Wow.
They're my team. I love them to death, but they fucking suck right now. Lost 2 games to Detroit this week. 3 of 4 to Pittsburgh. 2 of the worst, not only teams, I'll say it, franchises in history. Awful
It's correct.
for years.
Wow.
And we have Nolan fucking Arenado. We have Tyler O'Neill hitting bombs. We have Goldschmidt finally hitting bombs again. Can't do shit right now.
Can't put it together.
What is it? Pitching?
It's a little of both. I mean, our pitching's not holding anybody down, but our hitting's not making up for it either. So it's really rough.
Strider.
Hopefully they get out of it.
Who's your beef of the week?
My beef of the week, and JT, I don't know what your beef is, but it could be the same.
Wait, is it? Should we say it on 3?
Right?
Or do you want it? Let's try
It
and
could be the
guess
same
it.
because we had a recent similar experience, and I think we were both airing grievances after it.
Yeah.
But let's see. All right, look.
1, 2, 3. Noise
Final
making
minutes
things
at
at
the NBA.
stadiums.
Okay, so both at stadiums.
Same.
So we went to a game together. I'm saying
Chad
this.
came too. We went to the Clippers game.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Chad,
dude.
hilariously, I'm like, "Yo, Chad, I'm going to grab a batch of tickets for the Clippers game." He's like, "Yeah, man, sounds good." He's like, "I'm running a little late." I'm like, "No worries." And then he texts me, "Holy shit, had no idea it was the Western Conference Finals." Chad is such an avid sports fan. He thought it was the beginning of the NBA season.
Yeah, I was like, regular season game. Yeah, sure, I'll go. And I get there, I was like, there's all this traffic and stuff. Western Conference Finals, and Stephen Smith walked by me. I was like, whoa.
Dude, amazing. Hey, Clippers didn't know it either that night.
Dude, that was a rough game. That was a terrible game. It was very exciting, but they couldn't hit a bucket on either side.
No, there's like 3.5 minutes in the fourth quarter with no scoring. in
They
an
both shot
NBA
under
game.
35%.
Disgusting.
Unbelievable.
But my beef is with they've got to do something, and I don't know what the fix is. So I hate to have a beef and no fix, but dude, when it becomes a fucking free throw contest and foul, and the clock and the game is stopped every 15 seconds for the last fourth quarter, it is unwatchable. It is the worst product I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Mm-hmm.
They are no longer playing basketball at that point. They're playing some other weird game, and it sucks.
Yeah.
So that's my beef, dude. Fucking, they got to fix that shit, dude, and make it flow better, man.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's like entertainment. You know what I mean? It's like it's a viewing experience. And then you're like, I wanted to leave the game. I was like, I mean, and then
No, dude, it was an exciting game,
and I
yeah.
wanted to see the end, but I was like, you're driving me crazy. I was like, let's
Yeah.
just end this thing. I mean, we turned to each other. We're like, let's just
Yeah,
get out of
let's
here.
go.
Yeah. And then, but you're like beholding, you're like, all right, I want to, you got to see the end, but
Yeah.
but it's a brutal
sucks.
viewing experience. And then all the reviews and stuff, and they still miss a bunch of calls.
Oh, dude, yeah, bro. It's just too much stoppage.
Terrible.
They got to soccer it up a little bit, and I thought I'd never say that, but they do.
Soccer sucks, dude.
Bro, when the guys fake injuries, dude.
The faces they make when they fake it. Like I know guys
Oh,
are taking, they're acting in the NBA, but not to that degree.
Yeah.
Like this, incredible superstar of a soccer player falls to the ground, and is like, ah! Then you watch the replay and no one touched him, and you're like, dude, aren't you embarrassed?
It's unbelievable.
Like your kids are gonna watch this.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching this. I think you're a dork now, man.
100%. And then you think the doctors that come out and like spray them, it's like put those guys on COVID. They cure fucking writhing pain in
Yeah.
heartbeats. It's like it's unbelievable.
It's just a boring sport.
Yeah, dude. Not
really
enough going
is.
on. Although I will say I've been enjoying watching the Euros a little bit.
I watch him, but like it's not the. I mean,
No, baby. It's not football. It's not fucking, not
It's
even
not
baseball
basketball,
at the
it's not
game.
MMA, no,
yeah.
no.
It's not even playoff hockey, dude.
No.
My beef of the week is with artificial noise creators at stadiums or sporting events. The Clippers had like a little fan that you could like blow yourself with, but everybody slaps it against their hand. I hadn't been in a big crowd except for when we went to Club XS in Vegas like a couple weeks ago, but I hadn't been in a big crowd in like a year, and I was like, dude, I'm ready to get out of here. Like the noise was awful. And you know, when I was younger, like when the Angels had their magical run in 01, when they won the 02, when they won the World Series, which was such a awesome playoff
Insane.
run, such a likable team.
Took the Giants down.
It's such a great series. And then we had the Thundersticks,
Yeah.
which were so annoying. And then
Thank
you know,
thank you, Japan.
most famously the
Thank you.
Vuvuz, as well as
Oh,
the South
yeah,
African World Cup,
Yep.
Yeah.
which made the viewing experience kind of annoying as well.
Yeah, the players hated it. They
Everyone,
couldn't hear.
everyone in the U.S. when we put it on, like I remember me and all my buddies were like, "Hey, is there a weird fuzz on the TV?"
Yeah.
And then we learned, no, they have this instrument that they blow at games. I'm like, we don't need it. Your clapter and your voice are enough. If someone, for whatever reason, is incapable of either of those things, then yeah, we'll give them a noise machine. But we don't need the whole stadium to have it. It's just havoc.
Horrendous.
Chad,
Oh.
who's your babe of the week?
My babe of the week is Hector's wife in the movie Troy.
Great
Let's
lady.
go.
I think
Great
very
lady.
slept upon character. I mean, she stands by Hector, and he gets killed by Achilles. She takes it on the chin and supports him throughout the whole thing. And you know, she could just be absolutely furious with Paris and Helen because they started this thing. They got her husband killed. You know, it's their fault. And she has to go watch him get killed by Achilles, you know, and it's like, and I just admire her strength in those moments, and for, you know, pushing through and supporting Hector, and yeah, I've been watching the Achilles versus Hector scene over and over again because it's so good.
Great scene.
And you know, I was just like, wow, I was like, man, she, you know, she goes through a lot, and no one really stops to say like, hey, this sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks for you.
Yeah.
And so that's why she's my babe.
It's a good ass call, dude.
Aaron, who's your babe of the week?
Come back to me. I gotta think of someone.
Strider, who's your babe of the week?
Baby of the week's got to be my GF, dude.
Nice.
Dude, we've just been posting up. We're planning a trip to Ojai right now.
Nice.
It's been just fun planning, dude. You know, you never thought, like, is this even more fun than the trip?
Yeah.
Of us just imagining what's going to go down, and then we go live it. So it's tight. And, you know, we were originally thinking, oh, let's do like 2 or 3 nights there. But then we came to this plan of like, let's attack SoCal, dude. Let's attack it, dude. Little day trips, you know, 1 to Ojai, maybe 1 to Santa Barbara, and spread them out over the summer. Have a little fun that way, dude.
Yeah.
So we came up with this plan for a dank time together, and looking forward to executing it.
Nice.
Little road trip summer, dude.
Nice.
My babe of the week is Fat Man Scoop. So at the
Oh, hell
Clippers
yeah.
game,
Dude, yeah.
Hell yeah.
so at halftime they had Warren G, who I'm a huge fan of. Regulator's probably my favorite song in junior high. He performed, but it was kind of a low key performance, and they kind of boned him because they had him perform like up in the seating rather than on
The
center
little area?
court. Yeah, so you couldn't really pay attention to him, and it was, you know. If I'm being candid, I don't want to be hard on you, Mr. G, but it wasn't the best. It didn't fire me up. But then in the third quarter, the Clips go on a run, and they tie it up, and it feels like they're going to come back and win this game. Or right before they tied it up, Fat Man Scoop comes out and does an intermission performance and just tore the roof off the place. He has that song from Save the Last Dance where he's like, you got a $5 bill, put your hands up.
Be faithful.
Yeah, and he just was going ballistic with it. His energy was so good. And then he just kept building the energy in the arena, and we were just totally in the palm of his hands, and we were feeling like the Clippers were about to just go on a run.
dude, yeah.
And I think they did after this. Like after
Yeah.
his performance, I was like, no way the Clippers lose. This place
Yeah.
is on fire. But then towards the end of it, when he had us at like the peak, just ready to pop, what did he do? He ripped his shirt off. He's not the most shredded dude, but he was sexy as hell with
Oh,
his
dude, it
body.
was the bomb.
It didn't matter what it looked like. The way he owned it.
Yeah.
And he just took it off, and the whole crowd was like, "Brah!" And I was like, this is a real performer, dude. Like, this guy is taking it over, and he's making me believe they're going to win, which I think is what his job was.
Dude, one of the best shirt pull-offs I've ever seen. The worst shirt pull-off I've ever seen. Adam Devine or Levine or whatever, Levine at the fucking halftime show on the Super Bowl. Worst shirt pull-off.
And
I've ever
Ricardo in the show Strip Search on VH1 in 06.
seen. A horrible shirt pull-off.
Terrible, dude. Because it was all about him.
Dude, exactly. It was selfish. It's self-centered.
It was all about him.
At the Clippers game.
Scoop was doing it for all of us.
Correct.
Scoop was doing it for you. He was doing it for me, and he was doing it for the boys on the court.
Yep.
The men on the court.
Yep.
He was doing it for the men on the court.
That's right.
Dude, it was a great performance. So that guy got a fan for life out of me. Chad, who's your legend of the week?
I love that song, by the way. Be Faithful.
It's so good.
So good. My legend is Eminem. Gotta give him props. You know, I mean, growing up watching him on MTV, he's the man.
He is.
He's just killer. I wish I want to see him live. But I mean, you know, too many songs to count. Every song's a banger. I mean, we were watching the music video for Forgot About Dre. I remember when that came out, you know, and that music video, or just all, he crushed it.
Yes.
He really sort of,
Yeah.
he got his opportunity and he had the skills to back it up, and he dominated. And then Eminem Show and cleaning out my closet, great song. And yeah, man, I still go back and listen to his music, and it holds up so well. It's like even better than I remember. Every time I listen to his music, I'm like, I sort of I admire him a little bit more.
You know what else he's good at too is like when he does a guest verse, he always murders it.
He crushes it.
Like on that Drake song Forever.
Yeah.
All the verses are pretty good. Like Lil Wayne's is really good, but then Eminem comes on and you're just like, oh, he
Yeah.
just tore this thing apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Patiently Waiting.
Dude.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. It's great.
When you're
job.
patiently waiting.
Track to explode on And then Till I Collapse is probably one of the best workout songs of all time.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Eminem's a beast. Aaron, who's your babe? Who's your legend?
I don't have anything. I think I blew it on the first episode we did tonight. So
Oh yeah, we ran two of these back to back. Dude, it's hard to
Yeah.
have that many babes and legends in 1 week. You know?
yeah.
There's only so much to go around. Strider, who's your legend of the week?
My legend of the week is Christopher Maloney, dude.
Dude, you guys are picking some great folks, dude.
He's
Yeah.
a beast, dude. He's the chef from Wet Hot American Summer. He crushes it.
Yep.
Then I was talking to my brother. Apparently, he's been on like NCIS forever in one of those fucking shows.
Law and Order, SVU.
Law and
That's
Order.
very
That's
good.
it. Yeah. I
You
don't know.
that?
No, but here's the thing.
He has his own
I didn't know
Law and Order now.
that he was doing this. I thought he was done. I just knew him from Wet Hot American Summer, and I go, no, he's been beasting it forever, dude. And he's so fucking funny in that comedic role. He's so committed and amazing. And then he does Law and Order SVU, like procedural, very different acting style and type, but drills it. I mean, dude, he's a beast.
The rig on him too, right?
Yeah, great rig.
He's like Bane.
Bro, he could have played Bane. He could have played Bane easily. He could be a lead man. He could be top.
feel the darkness?
Dude.
They said they were having problems with his voice, you know? Like that was a lot of rumors in the build-up. Everyone's like, they can't get Bane's voice right. And I was like, they never found it.
They did not
Yeah.
get it right, dude, because all it sounds like is when you're making fun of your buddy for having a bad haircut.
Look at toilet again. Was it?
You know when he's like, the fire rises, and Batman's like, oh, the fire rises.
Dude.
Yeah, he could have defeated Bane just by making fun of his voice.
Yeah, yeah.
Totally, totally.
You merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it. He's like, cool, dude.
Is that your voice, bro?
Is that really your voice?
Dude, yeah, dude.
And then all of Bane's men look at each other like he does kind of have a weak voice.
Yeah. They're like, why are we following this dude? He's like, come on, gentlemen, we're gonna take over the city.
It's a weird pick.
Well, Batman can't really talk either, though, because he's
That's true. He
Oh,
has a
good
ridiculous
point.
voice. It'd be a ridiculous
Horrible.
voice off. That's like the biggest weakness of those movies. And the only guy who drilled it is probably Heath Ledger with the Joker. His voice was
yeah.
incredible.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
The choices he made. Yeah. Wait, so did you?
Do you think those other actors? Yeah, I finished my thing, but do you think those other actors try to do more cartoonish, fun voices because of Heath Ledger's dominance?
Totally.
I bet you Tom Hardy felt a lot of pressure, like coming off,
Yeah.
like, you know, top villain of all time. Like definitely in like, you know, the canon of the best villains ever. Who were the other ones? Like Hans Gruber.
Oh,
and then,
all time.
Who are the other ones people turn to a lot? Maybe Robert Patrick in T2.
Yeah, he's really good.
Anthony Hopkins, Silence of the Lambs.
Anthony Hopkins, Silence of the
Yeah.
Lambs.
Yeah.
Pan's Labyrinth. The bad guy in that's really good.
He's amazing.
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz.
What's the Coen Brothers movie?
Anton Chigurh.
Anton Chigurh.
Yeah, Javier Bardem in No Country. Those are the good ones. Yeah, he was amazing in that. Dude, my legend of the week is a guy who could rip off all those things with ease, knows every movie ever made, just an encyclopedia of information, but carries it gently. You know what I mean? Just a fun, good dude. Always the best hang. Very nourishing when you hang out with this guy. I'm talking about my brother, Chris Parr.
Knew it already. I knew it.
Absolute beast of a dude.
Legend.
Literally, you can throw my brother into any group, and he will not only assimilate, he'll thrive, and he's always additive. You know what I mean? He's always making the hang better. And yeah, it's such a blessing growing up with him. I mean, he was a very moral person, and when I was a little more wayward, but it'd always make me jealous. I'd just be like, damn, how's this kid do it so right all the time? And I think he just does it because he's inclined that way. Yeah, he thinks it's the right thing to do. He's got a good moral center, but then he's not like a holy roller. He's like a lot of fun. Yeah.
Has a ton of fun.
So if you got a guy you can go out to party with, but you know he's still going to make you better and he's not going to let you do wrong, I mean, you know, that's kind of the ideal running mate. So stoked to be able to kick it with him. And dude, he's just creatively
he's a
he's
beast,
hilarious.
dude.
He's just got great ideas.
Man, I was recently been working on a project with him and watching him direct shots and stuff and like explain things. Like you said, his encyclopedia, he was like, no, it's the shot that we need from this movie, like Oblivion. It's got to look like this. And then the guy doing it was like, oh, yeah, okay, I see that. Like he just explains things.
Mm-hmm.
Good communicator.
Yeah. And
That's awesome.
when he's hanging out with other people, he never will have to sell himself out for it. You know what I mean? Like some people will do that, change themselves or try to fit in. He fits in just being him.
Yeah.
And that's a rarity.
He's the best.
Yeah.
Good dude.
Yeah.
Chad, what's your quote of the week?
My quote of the week comes from Achilles and Troy.
Let's go.
There are no pacts between lions and men.
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Aaron, you got one? Strider, what's your quote of the week?
I didn't have one, but I'm going to do one from Troy because Chad's got me fired up right now. This is Achilles from Troy. You sack of wine! When he calls
Imagine a king.
Agamemnon.
Imagine a king that fights his own battles. Wouldn't that be a sight? Is there no one else? Is there no one else?
Early role by Rose Byrne. Almost, she can't
Oh,
really
yeah.
recognize her. She's like
Yeah.
Apollo's priestess
She
that
looks
he
super
kidnaps.
young.
Yeah.
Yeah, Persephone?
Yeah, exactly right, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I got some blowback from my bros for this next statement, but I think Any Given Sunday is the second best movie of all time behind Creed. A lot of people don't like the way that the football scenes are shot. I think they're phenomenal. You're so in the mayhem of it, and the hits are so real. And I think they really did film a lot of those hits like for real. Like they got a bunch of stunt guys together and they really went for it. And I think you can feel that intensity in the film. But I just love all the characters in it. Great performances across the board. And I think I'm going to quote Dennis Quaid's character, Captain. What's his last name?
Fuck.
Captain Rooney, Jack Rooney. And he's kind of like a hokey dude in it, but a warrior competitor. And he's a little jealous of Willie Beeman taking his shine, but they're criticizing Willie Beeman in the locker room. And he goes, you know, he's not reading the playbook. He's not doing his homework. I mean, he just don't give a gee golly whiz about the team. And it's such a corny line, but he says it. I'm like, yeah, it's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Dennis Quaid's one of the rare dudes who can pull that off.
He's awesome.
Dude, I got to call you out, though. Because we've talked in the past, and you said to the football scenes in that movie, you said, you can clearly tell Oliver Stone's never watched football.
Well, I think he does.
So you had, but I don't want to call you out.
I've changed.
Exactly. You have new information. What's changed?
I think I've changed.
Yeah.
I think I feel it more now. I see what he was going for. Also think, you know, I think he thinks he's about war, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was treating football like war, and he wanted to make it like feel like that. And now I feel that when I watch it. I like that.
And he does, if I'm taking his side in this argument, I would say he does execute that and he does it well. But as far as my viewing experience goes, I would much rather have a football sequence that is more akin to a Varsity Blues, which your brother said was the best.
But
or
that's a very
Remember
hyperbolic
the
style
Titan.
as well.
It is.
Varsity
You
Blues,
are
every
right.
hit's
They're
like,
flying. Yeah,
they're
but
like
dude,
20 feet in the air when they hit each other.
But there's like Jaguar noises in fucking Any Given Sunday, like a
Yeah, that's
it's
how
like
it is on
a guy's like
Gridiron.
pointing and it goes like wow, and you're like, what the fuck is that, dude?
Because he
Like,
plays for a Panther team.
I mean, yeah, the player fucking finger goes wow. All right,
It's like Mortal Kombat.
but that is true. Varsity Blues is more hyperbolic. I would have liked something more like Remember the Titans football sequences, and then I'm like, that's the best movie of all time because I love what that movie has to say, and I love
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans and Any Given
Given
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, it's very prescient about issues in football.
All-time speech with Pacino.
Yeah, it's good. It's it's good about concussions and stuff. Tackles that, and then it gets into a lot of the racial politics of football. Yeah, dude, it's a legit freaking movie. What about? Do you like when the ball is spiraling in the air and then he puts it to like a great soul track, like "Keep on using me"?
Yeah, Bill Withers. Is that
Until
Bill-
you
no.
use me up. I think that is Bill Withers.
Maybe
Yeah.
Bill Withers. Yeah, dude. Oh, I fucking
And
love
it's a
that
crisp,
scene.
when a
Fucking
crisp
love it.
spirals is just cutting through the air.
It's beautiful to watch. Almost like a rooster tail when
The
you kick a
tightness
soccer
of
ball
it.
and you see the water.
That's why Peyton Manning will never be my favorite quarterback. He didn't throw the prettiest ball. But his balls could duck a little bit. I mean, he was accurate as hell, but it didn't have the prettiest trajectory. Whereas like Aaron Rodgers, it's just like,
Yep. And a Mahomes. Oh, yeah.
yeah, Mahomes the velocity.
Favre.
Favre. He just don't give a jolly golly whiz about the team. Chad.
There's also something crazy in that movie with, I think about it all the time, with him and Lauren Holly as his wife. When he's like thinking about retiring and she slaps him in the face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She does a big 180.
I like that dynamic though, because
I know. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I think about it all the time, like how fucked up that is.
totally. It's not the Cinderella Man, Russell Crowe, which I do
Yeah,
love,
yeah.
but it's like
People
the
have been
wife's worried.
bossing me around my whole life. And she slaps him and she goes, shut up. I will not hear this. You have at least 2 more years in you, Jack. You're like, he's going to die.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Did it arouse you?
The scene?
Yeah.
No.
It
Yeah, me
aroused
neither.
me.
Yeah, me neither. Not a bit. Not a bit. Didn't make
I've been
me
aroused
horny
by
in the
Lauren Holly
least.
before, but not in that scene.
Yeah, what else is she from?
Dumb and Dumber. She's Mary Swanson.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
It's good,
Mary
some good parts.
Swanson.
Samsonite.
New stuff, segment stuff that doesn't get me horny.
It doesn't get me
Yeah, when
horny
they
at
slice the
all.
garlic thin in Goodfellas, no, I didn't get horny off
No,
that.
I wasn't
didn't
horny
get
at all. It didn't do
no.
anything for me.
Not
Just
at
another
all.
scene of some culinary shit.
Yeah.
Just another cooking scene for me. Nothing about it that made me salivate. That made me want to pour over my skin with my fingers.
Yeah, and any given Sunday when he takes the chainsaw to the SUV, nah, not horny one single bit. No boner on my end. No chance.
Yeah, in the movie Witness, when they finally erect the new farmhouse for the Amish. No, I wasn't horny. Just another day at the office for me.
Yeah, in the movie Homeward Bound, when Sassy Chance and Shadow finally find their family, yeah, I wasn't horny. No chance.
Simon Birch, when he hits that errant foul ball, killing his surrogate mother and the only person who really cares about him. No, I wasn't horny.
Wow.
Chad, what's your phrase of the week for getting after it?
My phrase of the week for getting after it. Let's touch our toes.
Aaron, phrase of the week? I'm gonna keep coming back to you. Strider, what's your phrase of the week for getting after it?
Boom shakalaka.
Nice. My phrase of the week for getting after it is from Troy. I think you should say this if you can't find your homie at a party. It's right after Patroclus pretends to be Achilles and leads his men into battle and unfortunately perishes at the hand of Hector. And then Achilles' main homie, who's got really piercing blue eyes, comes up to him and he's like, "We thought it was you, sir." And Achilles doesn't quite get what's going on. He looks around and he goes, "Patroclus? Patroclus."
That's great.
We thought it was you, my lord. He wore your shield, your armor, your greaves. He even moved like you. Where is he? He just steps on his throat. He's dead. He's dead, my lord. Hector cut his throat.
And in the real Iliad, they're supposed to be boyfriends, right?
Yeah.
I think that would have been better in Troy, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah.
made it way more impactful.
Yeah.
Because then when he went after Hector, he would have been like, "Yo, you killed my lover, dog."
Right,
Yeah,
right,
and the
right.
whole beef is over a lover.
Yeah.
Yeah, they missed
Makes
out.
more sense for they
Yeah.
did really miss out on that.
There'd be way more symmetry there. Sorry, David Benioff. Maybe you had that in the original screenplay and Wolfgang just overlooked it, but I think you made a mistake there. And he also really messed up the last season of not Gangs of New York,
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Yeah. You blew it, dude.
he did.
You blew it. But dude, that second season, man.
Of Game of Thrones,
Mhm.
amazing. All of us, 3, 4, let's go.
It's brave men over there. Let's go kill them.
That's a good one.
It's great. Dude, Tyrion's the best, bro.
You know, he improvised a line at the beginning of that speech where he goes, "I will lead them into battle. I will lead them." When he says it a second time to himself.
Really?
Yeah, or the first time he said it, he was like, "I'll lead them. I will lead them." He improvised the one to himself.
Nice.
That's cool.
Dinklage, what a beast.
Yeah, he's a total beast.
Let's get Dinklage in something else.
Yeah.
You got to feel for him because you just know there's not parts aplenty, but
Yeah.
he's a big enough beast. Like, I would go see any movie that he was the lead in, I think.
He'll be back.
Same.
I think he's got that credibility.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
Is that it?
We can keep chilling, but I think we're good.
This is fun.
This was
Yeah, this is
tight.
great.
This was sick
Yeah.
as fuck.
We got cum noises.
Yeah.
Got everything. Stokers drink fruit smash. Check out Helix beer bongs at shopcgd.com. And keep leaving reviews. Love reading the reviews. But most importantly, stay stoked.
Nice, dude.
Beautiful.
That was a nice send-off.
If you need advice, boys are really naughty.